my name is Jason, and today we're going to be talking about vocal warm-up exercises. So our first step is posture, because posture is the foundation to good singing. So we're going to start from the head and go all the way to the toes. First, you want to make sure your head is balanced. So you can go all the way forward, all the way back. Do that a couple of times until you finally find a good middle ground that feels nice and balanced on top of your spine. Next, you want to make sure that your shoulders are back. We don't want them too far back, but we also don't want them hunched over. So make sure that they are relaxed and put back, and you're standing up tall. Next, we want to make sure that all here in the middle range is nice and open, because this is where all of the organs and muscles and bones in our body that we use to breathe, that's where they are in addition to here. So we want all of this to be open so we can expand. So then our hips, we want to make sure that our hips are balanced over the knees and over the feet. The feet should be about shoulder width apart, and the hips should not be forward or backwards. Again, it's in a nice balanced position. Then the knees should always stay a little bit bent. If we lock them, we risk passing out. So if you keep them bent, that will ensure that you are using the lower half of your body rather than all the tension being up here in the upper half. So now that our posture is set, we are going to do some puppy panting. We want to feel all the breath down in the abdominal muscles and not up here in the chest. So let's put our hands on our belly, stick out your tongue, and pant. Notice I had to kind of redirect my breath to make sure it was coming more into my belly, but you don't want your shoulders to come up. You want to feel all those ab muscles working. This helps redirect the breath to be lower and more grounded. Up next, we're going to do a yawn. Everyone should be able to do that. That is a natural way to help lower our larynx and get it in a nice resting spot for our singing. We can also do a sigh, which basically does the same thing. It's just a little brighter, and it's not an actual yawn. Next, we're going to talk about sirens. Sirens are kind of the same thing that we were just doing, but they go through a lot more pitches. Ooh! I like to do my sirens on an ooh or a wee. Those are really nice vowels to help scoop around. Ghosts are like sirens, but you whoop, you throw it up and you shake it down like a scary little ghost lady. All of these exercises help us with our vocal flexibility and help us get a jump start into warming up the voice. Up next, our exercises are going to be focusing on phonation, which means getting the vocal folds to find proper closure and making the sound that we want. So, versus phonation exercises help us find that strength in our singing. So, straws are our best friend for this exercise. So get a straw. Ooh. You can do sirens through the straw. Really focusing on the pitches that you slide between, because it's going to sound kind of weird at times. Did you hear that tiny little crack in my voice? That's okay. That's just where your passage is in between your chest voice and your head voice, or wherever passage you're at that point. The straw helps to smooth it out. So, after doing sirens, you can do some pentascales. Make sure you're really feeling the buzz in your lips. This is helping direct all the air in one tiny spot instead of ooh, which is a tendency we have. If you don't have a straw, you can do a few other things. There are lip trills, rolling your R's, and humming on voiced consonants. So, Lip trills, rolling R's, and if you can't do either of those, then you can do voiced consonants, which are M, N or NG, like the end of going, pausing on that, V and Z. So, all of these things, and included, all of those do the same effect as the straw. So if you don't have a straw on hand, you can always do that. Sirens, pentascales, slides. So all of these things you can just kind of play around with and keep working with it until you find better closure when you're singing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it helped a little bit. These are just a few warm-ups that you can do on your own, but if you're really passionate about singing and learning more about it, I encourage you to invest in a teacher. They can teach you so much, and it's really helpful to have someone listening to you and correcting and helping you grow as a singer. So yeah, if you like this, check out my other blog post, Best Way to Learn Singing.